Welcome to the Dice Tower, a show all about board and card games. In this episode, Dan King and Eric Summer take a look at different board games at the GAMA trade show in Las Vegas. This show is from 2014 and talks about all the brand new games coming out. Here with our interviews is your host, Dan King.
Hello, my friends. It's Game Boy Geek here. We're here at the Dice Tower at the GAMA trade show. I'm here with Mark Fox from Maranda Games. Hi, Mark.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
So tell me, how long have you been coming to GAMA?
This is my second time at GAMA,
okay.
And so we're relative newcomers to this space in the marketplace, if you will, and enjoying it so far.
Okay, and what keeps you, since you're a return guest, what has brought you back? What's the value that you found the first time you came that you wanted to recreate here?
Well, exposure to our games. Since we've been in the game space for about 3 years now, GAMA provides a really good opportunity for getting a chance to talk to retailers, get close to the people who are going to be reselling to the actual consumers, and learn what they need and get exposure for it. We had a really good year here last year and got a lot of new people carrying our game, and this is a connection place. So that's what we're hoping to recreate again.
Networking is a big thing as well.
Networking and the classes were interesting. We've been manufacturing other products for a long time, so that's a place where we were pretty comfortable. But I can see where someone just getting started at manufacturing would really benefit from their time here.
And cool. You came all the way from Wisconsin, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, plus it's warmer here.
Of course. We get the sun here in Vegas. So how long have you been manufacturing games?
Well, in the board game space, we're just over 3 years old.
Okay.
Outdoor games we've been doing since 2004.
Okay.
So we branched out into a passion area of mine and launched some games that I developed over 15 years ago for my family, and finally said, you know what, it's time to take them to the marketplace, and we've been really well received, so we're grateful for that.
Great to hear it. Now, have you brought anything new to GAMA this year?
We have. There are going to be 3 new items at GAMA this year. We've come up with a new sort of young kid-friendly version of our best-selling Eternus game, and so we'll have that here at GAMA this year. A new version, updated version of our Speedy Recall game, which is a card game that's done really well. And then a real departure for us, we're very excited about Sneaky Statues of Easter Island.
Easter Island. Tell me more about Easter Island.
Well, Easter Island is one of those, it's a mystery, first of all. It's one of the age-old mysteries. It always makes the top 10 list of mysteries of the world. How did they make these 887 Moai statues, some of them weighing 80 tons, and move them around the island? Some people theorize that was the source of their demise. But it's an exciting part of our history, and we've been able to take that and integrate it into a really fun strategy game play. And
how long does it take to play?
It takes probably about 5 minutes.
Really? And how many players are there?
It's a two-player. It's a two-player game. It's an abstract in its thought, but it's much more creative than that in its execution. So we're trying to go to a new space.
So two-player strategy. Abstract, just but with a cool theme around it.
Right, exactly,
okay, cool.
Exactly. Because it's the abstract space is a really cool space, but it's a narrow space.
Right.
And so what we're trying to do is say, hey, is there a way that we can broaden the appeal of the abstract? In the broader market, some people don't like to get invited into thinking. Clearly, in our GAMA market, that's part of the appeal.
Right.
But in the broader market sense, it's you don't want to tell people that they're thinking. You want to tell them that they're having fun.
Right.
And this is a way to invite them into the fun and have them come along and be thinking as a part of the execution of the fun. Cool. And so we're trying to broaden the space for the whole market.
Right, I'm here with Mark Fox from Maranda Games. So we're looking at his newest game called Sneaky Statues. Here's a little look at what the box looks like, and go ahead, take away, Mark.
Okay. What we've got here is a really cool kind of new game that it's a 2-player game in which you're trying to line up your Moai statues in a straight line. So the game board itself is actually a 3D replica of Easter Island, and the pieces are, we'll just show those a little bit. Yeah. The pieces are the actual Moai statues. And so the way this game works is at any time, either player, we take turns putting pieces on the board with an objective of trying to get our 4 in a straight line without any gaps. The key is that the pieces are numbered. And so we have to play them in sequence. So once you put them on the board, you continue to move them in sequence, 1 through 8, putting them any place and any turn that's open on the board. So we'll just show an example of it. So here's 1. I'm just going to put 1 right there. And if you want to put in number 2, the objective is you're trying to get 4 in a row while blocking me from getting 4 in a row ahead of you.
And do I have to be anywhere?
Anywhere you want. Any open spot on the board at any time. And so you've picked right up on the fact that you've got to address what I just did. So kudos to you for that.
Okay, so you're trying to get 4 in a row in any mark, and you're trying to sort of block each other, but they're going in order.
Right, exactly.
Numbers.
And so you kind of have to address that,
And so this is the eighth, sort of the eighth spot here. So what happens now?
So then I take 1 and I move it.
Okay.
And then you have to move number 2.
Okay. So we just keep going and going 1 through 8 and keep cycling through that, alternating turns until someone has gotten 4 in a row, or is there a different ending to the game?
No, that's it, 4 in a row. And now you have to move 2, which you might not want to with the setup that we just did.
Because when I move it, you're dead.
Right.
Dead.
And so we did that. I wanted to just do a quick demonstration for a fast video.
To see how fast can I kick Dan's butt in the
Well,
game.
I've played a lot of times before, so so I wanted just to show what the importance of sequence and how that affects the game.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.